How are you all doing? Wanted to pop back in here for kind of a random vid this time. Trying to get better about doing small projects that are just for fun, for like my own brand or just random things that come to mind. And trying to record them a little bit more to show off kind of um, I guess the tips and tricks that I do have when it comes to setting things up, like setting up a logo or setting up just a piece of design work. So here we are. Um, this what I'm about to work on is it's a little monogram, I guess. PWR, something I drew kind of in my notebook the other day that I was like, oh, that would be kind of cool to kind of finish all the way out. So when I flip screens, you'll be able to see kind of what that is, and then I'll kind of walk you through my thought process when it comes to um, laying it out, making things look consistent, and really like dialing it in. So let's take a look. So yeah, like I said, it is PWR. It's in the style that I kind of saw of someone else's logo. Again, or not just their logo, but someone else's like supporting brand element. I think they had an M. I was like, ooh, that M is really cool. It looked cool as like a W. So this was like the flip, and then I brought the styling to the P and the R. Um, but when it comes to something like this, I'll usually draw it out in my notebook first. Then I'll bring it on over into here. And then the first thing I'll do is, again, lock this layer, or it's up here. Yeah. I'll dim it to about 50%. Lock this layer. Start a new layer. And then the way that I kind of do this is I know that my drawing isn't perfect. I can already see that this PWR kind of leans a little and kind of comes down as you go across the page. So I usually try my best to approximate what I was trying to do on the paper. But when it comes to setting up a logo like this, I usually start with a grid. Not like a setup grid or anything, but I make a grid myself for the elements that I'm making. It kind of keeps things consistent, keeps things a little bit easier for me. Um, Sometimes I get lost in, say, using the grid in Illustrator. I'm not necessarily all the way there yet in understanding what dimensions things need to be to make sure things are consistent, but I know I can take and use the pen tool to make some strokes and basically set up my own grid. So how I'll start is I will take this stroke, kind of pull it all the way across. I usually change it to a color that is really easy to see. So we'll take it to this really bright pink. Kick that up a little bit. Let's zoom in. So we're gonna start with a P. We're approximating the best we can because we see that the drawing slopes a little bit. But this is a straight line. So we want to use this. And then I want about that amount of thickness in between both strokes. So this will kind of become a guide for me. So usually I start working on my horizontals and working down the logo or the mark or whatever I'm trying to make. So I'm going to put these together, and I'm going to pull this down to where I'm going to need them next, which will be here. And this will now be, these four strokes will now become my guide for the stroke, the middle, and the stroke. So we come down here, we pull that down. And again, this always brings out how different your drawing is compared to kind of what you're trying to do. But it's fine. So here's our P. So now I'm going to go ahead and take, again, those 4 lines. I'm going to duplicate them, and I'm going to flip them 90. So I can now come here, and I want to bring that in a little bit, and then I can come here. So now I've kind of built, and let me cap this here and cap it here. So now it's like not perfect, but it's a rough grid system that I kind of have here with the P. I think this could get busy pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do is probably build each letter separately. I think that'll make it a little bit easier on me as I kind of do this. Oh, this is that cap. Okay. So one thing that I do want to figure out is how wide I want this little overhang piece to be. I'm thinking it should probably be the same as the stroke. So what we're going to do is delete these. I'm going to take this and pull this out. I'm going to do the same thing over here and kind of line these up. Again, we're just doing rough. I'm going to delete the second one we have here. So now that's kind of set up. So looks like the P is pretty close. So the way this next part works is we now highlight all the strokes, and then we go into our shape builder tool, and we just build out from there. So we're just gonna build where the lines go. Oh, I went too far. And let's make this black. Let's make this none, just to kind of help us see everything. So we want to build this way. Come down here, come down, and then pop out. And then that's that line. For here, we want to come down and pop out. This goes straight across. And this is just this inner piece here. Boom. We did it. We did it. We did it. So now we got this letter P built out within here. We can go ahead and build the other letters. So that's kind of, again, quick and dirty. That's kind of how you do it. It works usually pretty well. It's quick, dirty. I'm going to build out the other letters real quick. The R is basically the P. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the P and the W, and then we'll build the leg for the R. I think that'll be a little bit easier. So again, oh, let's change the color so we can see it a little bit easier. Yeah. So we're going to go in here. And let's build this W. Just all super careful. That's the W. I forgot some down there and right here. And then this goes down, kicks out. This goes down, kicks out. Boom. Come down here. Dang. Hate when that happens. Sometimes you gotta slow down. The join tool is so much fun. I'll kick out there. So let's clean this up a bit. Boom. So I'm gonna take this P. Drop it down here as the R. And then we're gonna build that other leg using some of this leftover W. So we're gonna go here. We'll kick it out a little bit more since it seems to be a little bit more substantial. We'll come in here and we'll cap the R about right here. So need to highlight all this and go. Wait a second. Wait a second. I need to look at something. Okay, there's a gap there. So we are going to do this and then kick that out. So we're going to go ahead and build out this leg. Go there. This one's going to come all the way down and go here. And then that is, it's a little bit messy. Again, this is not the most official way. As you can see, we didn't measure anything. But quick and dirty, it's a pretty good tactic to kind of go about getting things done. So There, oh, we left some. There it goes. Then we can kill the stroke. There it goes. Yeah, quick and dirty. I always like this technique because it kind of allows you, again, it allows you to move quick, get it kind of framed out and built. What it does leave, though, it does leave extra anchor points, of course, because you're using the shape builder tool, but you can either go in and delete those yourself, or I think if you go to object, path, simplify, it'll clean it up for you. So I pulled all those extra anchor points out for us. And then something I always like to do with this type of style is I'll go in and use the shear tool, and sometimes I'll give it a little bit of a lean. Yeah, that's it. How long was that? 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and we were able to frame up a drawing from the notebook. Able to put down kind of a quick and dirty grid, and then able to kick out a logo that you'll probably be able to use for merch, put on things. But again, 20 minutes in and out. I always like when you can kind of do things really fast and save a little time. Again, if this was me and I wanted to be a little bit more accurate, I would probably do a little bit more measurement, a little bit more trying to lay things down exactly where I wanted them to be. But for what it's worth, we got a high quality product out the other end, and in 20 minutes at that. So thank you for watching this video. I'm still trying to figure out my rhythm on kind of how I want to do these things. This, again, was just something that I wanted to try. Give me some notes. Let me know how you feel about it. If you like this, please subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment. And I have plans to make way more of these, just trying to figure out the rhythm and how I want them to feel. So, again, thank you.